Hello, everybody. My name is Ian Kirkpatrick. I am an author and robot, and today I'm going to give you the 5 things a perfectionist needs to know to get past their perfection and just freaking do it. Number 1, you need to know that whatever you're working on will never be perfect the first time you do it. So many writers get stuck before they even start because they're afraid that whatever they're working on won't be right the first time or the second time or maybe even the third time. Across all of the writer forums and gathering places where you'll find people that do stuff creatively, you'll find people who haven't even started their projects yet because of the fear that they aren't prepared to write it, that they won't have the skills to work on their projects or create them as they see them in their heads. Or maybe they have started and they've gone through the first chapter or the first couple of chapters, and then they continually rewrite those until they are perfect because they don't want to get to the later bits and not write them correctly the first time. To get past this perfectionism, you have to accept that your first attempt at pretty much anything will probably not be perfect and probably won't meet expectations that you've set in your head. Your head is your fantasy. I hate to say it, but it's true. 2, a first run is not your final run. So this kind of goes with the first point that I make. Your first attempt at something is not going to be your final attempt unless you give up. Same with your third attempt is also not the final attempt unless you give up once you've done your third attempt. Many writers get stuck on first drafts because they feel like it's the final draft from the start. That is, they worry about people seeing that first draft or the unfinished second draft and judging them for it and saying, hey, you're a failure. Sometimes this means that people won't see them at all if you never decide to share those projects. Number 3, nobody has to see your project until you're ready or ever. I see so many people get stuck because they think of what people will say when they see what they're working on. The mess, the sloppiness, the plot holes, the characters or dialogue are not quite there, maybe even a little cringy. A novel, like any endeavor, takes time to get it where you want it. You can't let the fear of somebody seeing where you're starting off stop you from working through the rough spots and training yourself to be better. Most projects are private until you determine otherwise. So whether it's round 1, 2, or 50 of your project, no one will know it's there until you choose to share it, or you die and your kids share it, but then at least you don't have to deal with the embarrassment firsthand, right? It's probably not even likely that you're afraid of being judged, period. It's that you're going to try so hard, and this is going to be your best attempt, and it's still not going to be good enough, and that is what's actually stopping you. Number 4, get a couple of people whom you trust for feedback and mentorship. Feedback is probably one of the most important things that you can have if you want to become better at just about anything that you're doing. But only if it comes from a source that you trust. Everyone has an opinion and a point of view. Literally everybody. However, not all opinions will be meaningful to the direction that you're trying to go, your personality, or the goals that you're working for. Find someone who you can trust who has a personality like yours or an understanding of how you operate, who can analyze what you're doing and help give suggestions, pointers, or brainstorm how to get you where you want to go. Now, a lot of people avoid putting themselves in situations where they're going to get feedback because analysis and feedback based on your direction might sting a little at first, but someone who cares about your processes, projects, and success will not be critical for the sake of being critical or try to make you do things their way, but will offer solutions and insights that will help you reach a potential better than you could have reached on your own. Number 5, allow yourself to try things and fail and try again without calling yourself a failure. Many see failure as proof that you're not good enough. However, I want you to try reframing what success and failure are. Success is the culmination of failure. You receive nothing out of success but the rewards of the final completion. You only learn what doesn't work through failure. So don't fear failure, but allow yourself to fail during the process of creation or striving towards your goal. If something doesn't work, analyze where you're at, why it didn't work, and where you're trying to go, then make a new plan. You will succeed. 1 failure doesn't make you a failure. 10 failures don't make you a failure. 1 million failures don't make you a failure. Unfortunately, failure is just an uncomfortable part of the process of finding success. And so those are my 5 tips for getting past your perfectionism and just freaking doing it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day and don't die.